Some towns attract big crowds for their incredible Christmas decorations, but here's the Christmas story you haven't seen before. A nasty neighbor wrecking the halls instead of decking them. It's so bad, one neighbor even called it the Christmas from hell, and you have to see it to believe it. Here's Deborah Roberts with the town that got Scrooged.
'Twas the week before Christmas, and all through the night, the glow of homes blanketed with lights, lights, lights.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Bright, dazzling excess. It may seem over the top, unless you've been to this neighborhood in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the home of the modern-day Scrooge on Fairley Road.
Humbug.
He's an angry person.
Any opportunity he has to make our life a hardship, he does.
He is Bill Ansell, an electrician by day who neighbors say uses his skills to terrorize them at night, all year long. Take a look at his holiday horror display, a beheaded choir, a hanging Mickey Mouse. Even the jolly old man is being naughty, not nice.
And the Santa, the urinating Santa, does that actually work?
Yes,
at night?
it lights up at night.
Chris and Joanne Hebda have been staring at this Nightmare Before Christmas display every day for the last 6 years, because Fairley Road is a circular street with Bill's house smack in the middle.
So there's no sense of peace here at all.
He gives new definition to the word relentless.
It almost sounds like you're a hostage in your own home.
Exactly.
The Hebdas moved here 30 years ago, thinking it was a happy place to raise their kids. Their neighbors did too, until Ansell went all bah humbug on them. Tacked up all over his house are profane, personalized signs attacking both the township and the neighbors.
How many of you have been the target of these vulgar signs? Show of hands.
I believe everybody has.
What is the worst thing he said in these signs?
We can't even repeat it.
In fact, some are so perverse we can't even show them to you. This heartless message turned up the day after Tom White's wife died.
Why would somebody even do that?
We wondered the same thing until we stumbled upon kind of the ghost of Christmas past.
This display is dedicated to Ross Township. Shame on you for destroying my display that brought so much joy and happiness to so many people.
Yes, it seems that years ago, before all this darkness, there was light, bright lights, Christmas lights. Who'd guess that this happy holiday home was Bill Ansell's? Turns out he was a Christmas fanatic. But one Thanksgiving, neighbor Pam Heck asked Bill to tone it down a little while her family had dinner.
It was very unpleasant between us after that.
And it went downhill from there.
That was the moment this Christmas tale took a twisted turn.
I used to have a beautiful Christmas display. They hated it. This is my display now. I don't think it's against the law to exercise your right to have your own display.
So Ansell decided to deck the halls with boughs of hatred, replacing his twinkling lights with floodlights, blasting them nightly into his neighbors' windows.
It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden you'll hear bang, 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 and he's underneath a tarp with a sledgehammer, hammering in the middle of the night to wake up the entire neighborhood.
They're trapped. Friends and family won't visit, and they can't even sell their homes.
You're a prisoner on your own street. It can come down to a matter just of leave the house empty and move.
Pam says the stress of it all even led to her divorce.
It was a strain every day. I would always be saying, stand up for me, do something. He's almost hit me today, with his car.
The residents of Fairley Road are at their wits' end. They say they've called police dozens of times, filed multiple lawsuits against Ansell, even tried killing him with kindness.
We would take pies over to him.
And then he threw the pies on the street afterwards.
Now even the mere sight of her neighbor strikes fear in Joanne Hebda.
Oh, there he is. He's coming up.
We tried approaching Ansell's home.
Hello? Or you just want to ask you a couple of questions, Bill? You want to have anything to say? Hey, Bill?
And he clearly means it. The sign says he'll shoot.
Bill, it's Deborah Roberts from ABC News. Can I talk to you?
His only response was this. Ansell was in no mood to talk.
Bill?
But has the town made any attempt to do anything?
Not to our knowledge.
We asked them to enforce the code, but so far, it hasn't been done.
They say the town's done nothing more than fine Ansell. But in a statement, Ross Township told us they've taken and will continue to take appropriate legal action.
The court order is to clean the debris up in the yard.
In reply, Ansell simply ignored the court order. And unlike Ebenezer Scrooge, there's no happy ending, no Christmas miracle in sight for Fairley Road.
We decided that we would rent our home for probably way lower than it should be.
Is it going to be a financial hardship trying to get out of here?
Yes, it will. It's a move for our lives, you know, to have normalcy again.
Can you still enjoy the season?
If you go somewhere else.
Yeah, we have to go somewhere else.
So when everything else has failed, what would you do if your neighbor just said bah humbug and ruined your Christmas? Let us know on Twitter. Use the hashtag ABC2020.